What's good, Mr. Jackson, man? How you feeling today?
Man, Chris, I'm doing good. I'm glad that I'm able to come here and be the first guest, man.
Sir, the first guest, man. You know what time it is, man.
Wow.
Talk about the real stuff.
That's what you trying to do. I'm with that, man. So we coming together, and the vision for when I had this idea was simply I wanted it to be close to Valentine's Day because I know I've seen young girls, women, they end up identifying themselves if they have a Valentine or not.
Right.
So all of a sudden they self-esteem drop if they ain't got no man. You know, they be on Facebook talking about they ain't got no man.
Talk about when I'm finna get the Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
who's gonna be my Valentine?
Right.
Well, you know what, ladies? I got something for you. Y'all gonna come together and y'all gonna empower each other.
Let them know you don't need nobody. All you got is yourself. As long as you got yourself.
Come on, man. And we got each other.
Facts.
And then we got some empowerment speakers that's coming to speak to the women.
So you can elevate, grow.
You come on, you talking about?
Mind, bro.
Yeah.
Get right, get right.
We're gonna talk about just where people then came from, and you know, as we tell our stories, we grow together.
Facts. I feel like everybody got a story somewhere.
Everybody.
Everybody. And everybody's story not perfect. But
No, not even close.
not even close. But look though, this is what I wanted to ask you. What's your thoughts about Emerson?
Oh, that's a broad question. The people of Anderson, when I think about them, man, we are, what's one good word? Survivors.
Definitely.
Survivors, man. We, when I grew up, which is way before your time, but when I grew up, Anderson was a thriving city, GM. They had all kind of stuff just going on the west side of Anderson, predominantly were minorities.
What happened to him, man?
When GM left, just like if you do your history, man, GM left not only Anderson, but Detroit and some other places. It made us almost like a ghost town because they were the ones that was producing the finances here.
It was putting Anderson on the map.
They was putting us full blown on the map. You can have a high school diploma and make 6 figures in Anderson
Big money.
with just a high school diploma. But when that left, all those people that was, you know, you used to tell your kids back in the day, you gonna work at the factory. That was our goal. Was we gonna get here and go work at the factory. When the factory gone, then what?
Right.
And so I think I see Anderson, you know, we on the come up, but we had to survive through some real rough times.
All right, so look, I want to ask you something too. Like, what ways do you think you can help Anderson? Because I know you do like a lot of community stuff. For me, you just do a lot, basically.
For me personally, my vision to help Anderson is to reconnect us. I think there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of ingenuity, there's a lot of gifting in Anderson, but because over time, we've become disconnected.
Right, so we gotta build that bond back.
We gotta build that bond. So we gotta end up building this thing that I call the village. We gotta come back and say, you know what? If you know how to do something, I don't have to know how to do it because you know how to do it. I gotta connect with you and not be jealous of you.
Right. I feel like people be jealous of what
Man, I'm trying to tell you, we be jealous.
Why be jealous of me when we can do this stuff together?
Because the realness is, particularly in our black community, not just Anderson, but you see it all over, is for whatever reason, we got that crab mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That crab in a bucket
Cutthroat.
mentality that I'm not gonna let you get high. I'm gonna pull you down so that I can get high. But what ends up happening, none of us get high.
Right.
And so what I feel like I wanna bring to Anderson is to be a catalyst that will bring us together. Particularly with youth and families. Like I believe if I can take some young people and I can begin to energize them, connect them, man, we gonna blow up.
It all starts with the younger kids itself.
I tell you, I believe that it starts with the younger kids, but it starts with the family unit as a whole.
Right.
Every community is built on the families that it holds.
Right. Do you feel like people should come to Anderson?
Yeah, I do. I think we got a lot to offer a lot of people. I feel like if you come to Anderson, you're gonna find out that yes, we all got our issues, but Anderson is a place that is poised for growth.
No, for real.
And so if you come here with a big vision and you come here ready to connect, oh, you can get rich in Anderson.
Facts.
Real talk. I think you can get rich in Anderson. And I know some of us listening to me, they're gonna look at me like, Lewis, man, ain't none of that.
But trust, bro, just trust. It's ways.
It's ways to get rich in Anderson.
You gotta put in that hard work. People be trying to like whittle down stuff. Like they don't be trying to really work for it. You gotta work for what you want.
You do gotta work. You know what I'm saying? But I'm one of the ones that believe in working smarter, not harder.
Right.
Right? I believe that, yeah, we need to work, but ain't no reason to spin my wheels over something that's not working.
And not trying to beat around the bush.
Let's get down to the brass taxes and let's say, you know what? Let's connect.
Right.
If I connect, maybe me and you together could come up with something that's gonna just blow everything out the water and help both of our families.
Right. All right, so look, Mr. Jackson, we know that you used to work at companies with troubled kids. You feel me? So how, is them kids, like, they really, like, that bad? They really that bad, man?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. And what I found out is every human has a story. And every person has if you get put in a certain situation, we got a bad side. Right? It so happens that some of those kids, they got caught up in their, in some type of situation, and then we labeled them as bad.
Right.
But I don't believe they're bad. I believe they may have issues, but who don't have issues?
Man, like everybody make mistakes.
You feel me? Like, I think we all got issues. So when people think of Compass, they think of, bad kids. And why can't we just say they got issues and it just so happens?
I ain't even gonna hold you, Mr. Jackson. When I think of Compass, I think of a bunch of bad kids in the school.
Oh, come on, Crystal.
A bunch of bad kids.
Cause you know what I'm saying? Ain't this talking about let's be real?
Man, let's be real.
Is this what we talking about?
Yes, bro, let's be real.
Wasn't you there? You feel me?
We ain't even gonna speak on that.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna talk about the realness, now, so let's turn the tables then.
You trying to listen to it?
Do you see yourself as bad?
See, look, I ain't bad.
But you said the Compass kids and you was there. You feel me? I'm like, hey, y'all audience, if we talking about let's be real, tell Crystal let's be real.
We're gonna be real. Look, see what happened was, you feel me? Come on, man.
No. Like, you see how she trying to skate over it? Like, no, y'all, don't let her skate over it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about what is it that got you to Compass. Was it just situational, or you just a bad kid?
I ain't even gonna hold you. I've been a couple of times. Alright, look. So one time. One of the reasons because I was skipping class.
Ooh, so you a skipper, so you don't like to deal with
But
responsibility.
it was for a female, Mr. Jackson.
Oh, so now all of a sudden now you got caught up in that thing, and all of a sudden
they should have never been in my business. Like they was worried about what I got going on. Feel me?
Oh Lord. Now do y'all see what I deal with at Compass? You see what I deal with?
That's minor. You got kids that deal with way bigger stuff, flipping over tables.
So all of a sudden now we gonna sit there and we gonna judge each other off of who's worse. You know what I'm saying? Bad is bad, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? You got people in prison right now, some for murder, some for traffic tickets. But at the same time, we in the same spot. Which one is worse? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We in the same spot. Come on now. Holla at your boy.
So what was your worst experience working there? With like one of the kids, worst experience. Anybody ever like disrespect you, stuff like that?
Man, I have to be honest. I didn't really have a bad experience at Compass simply because I'm not new to the game, so I understand how to build relationship with people. And so, not that people didn't get mad at me, you know what I mean? I don't have a problem. I can be your best friend and still throw you out.
Still.
You feel me? Like, I ain't got no problem.
That way.
I'll be like, hey, you don't want to do the work? Get out. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean I don't like you. It just mean like, look, you know what I'm saying? You ain't about to jeopardize what's going on in this class.
Take care of your business.
I holler at you. But as far as like a worst experience, I did have one kid that got so angry. Not with me. He actually was brought to my class to calm down, but he had got so angry at another kid that we had to go in a lockdown.
A lockdown.
We had to go in a straight lockdown because this was a big dude, right? He was a big dude, and he was taking stuff and
Don't tell me he was throwing stuff.
he was about that
He
thing.
didn't hit you with that?
I mean, no, again, because he knew, no, it wasn't that because I was going to fight or nothing. It's because he was like, Mr. Jackson, I can't take this. They getting on my nerves. And so, but he had literally what we call flip his lid. He flipped his lid. So that one right there, it calls for us to, you know, we had to stop everything. We had to bring different teachers to them. We had to call the police, which is
Call the
normally on site at Compass, but that day,
They weren't there?
nobody was there.
The one day
You
you
feel
wasn't
me?
there.
And so we had to call them, and the good report is that he did calm down, and we was able to get him some help.
Shout out to Lil Bro. Calm
Yeah,
it down. Don't next time. Don't be over there trying to flip tables, break walls.
No. Like, ain't no reason to do all that.
Man.
Calm down.
What did you learn being around the kids at Compass?
What I learned was probably more so, it got reinforced. Everybody needs love.
Right.
That's what I learned. Like, no matter the hardest person that walked up in there, everybody need love and everybody wants respect. If you give people love and respect, I don't care how hard they are, they will respond to you.
Right.
And what I mean, we're gonna go a little deeper, Crystal.
Okay.
Most of the people that listen to me, we talk about love. Love, the way we hear it, is more of a superficial, surface love. In other words, we think of it, and y'all may think of love as, if you do good to me, I do good for you.
I ain't gonna lie, I was just thinking about
You feel me? But that ain't love.
Okay.
You feel me? That ain't love at all.
So let me know something.
Love is what they talk about in the Greek. It's called agape. Agape means that it simply means I want the best for you regardless of what it may cost me.
Okay.
I want the best for you regardless of what it may cost me. People, you want true people to transform and change, is when you look at them and say, you know what, I'm gonna do what's best for you, even if it hurt me.
That's real love right there.
That's real love.
That's real love.
I'm gonna go ahead and just, I'm sorry y'all, she done got me on my soapbox. Some of y'all out here in these relationships, and y'all out here, especially if you young and you out here messing with any and everybody and you talking about you love them, the reality is, are you at a point where you saying, you know what, I care about you, love you enough that it may hurt me to let you go, but that may be the best thing for us in order for you to heal? Or do you love them that much? Or are you gonna stay codependent? Are you gonna stay toxic? Because most of y'all got toxic situations.
Mr. Jackson, I ain't gonna lie.
Come on
I
now,
love
don't
a
get
little
me-
toxicness, you know.
See, that's the problem. Because we done got caught up in toxicity, and we up here, we think that's real life.
You don't like just a little
I don't need no toxic girl, I need peace. You feel me?
My piece is coming with, all right, baby, you know I love you, girl, I'm sorry. That's just a little piece.
See, and if she was smart, if she come to me, I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. You come to me for counsel, I'm gonna tell you, leave her alone. Run as far as you can, because she gonna mess you up to the fullest. I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Keep it all the way a buck. If you toxic, you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to go deal with yourself to figure out why you toxic. Yeah, I said let's be real. Let's get it.
Okay.
Oh, you done got quiet on me. Oh, don't get quiet on me, Pete.
I ain't even gonna lie, Mr. Jackson, I'm messing with like 3 different people.
Ain't that crazy? So what are you actually teaching them? You teaching them that, hey, true relationship means that I don't value enough to leave everybody else alone for me to be able to pour into you? So now, all of a sudden now, why do you mess with 3 different people? It's because you insecure and you can't handle.
Well, let me tell you something, Mr.
Come on and holler at me.
Only reason why I'm messing with different people, it's just like
You don't know what you want.
Like you don't know. Like I don't
So
know,
having fun is toxic.
Fun. Yes.
So in order to have fun, I gotta be toxic.
Man,
I gotta go ahead and play around with people's feelings and emotions. That's fun. That's what we doing now.
Yeah, that's just.
Hey, I'm sorry, I can't get down with that because I feel like we end up messing people's brains up, and then all of a sudden,
I got hurt. You feel me?
I feel that. Then you know what? Why don't you own your pain rather than spewing your pain to everybody else? Go ahead and own it. And I guarantee you, when you got hurt, you probably got hurt for one main reason. It's simply because you end up hurting someone else and you got what was coming to you.
Woo, that's that karma. That's
You
that
feel
karma.
me? You end up getting what's coming to you because you up here, we got what I call generational habits that we pass down to people.
Right.
And we get in such a space to where we will end up doing the same thing that has been done to us. And then you want your next generation, and they end up seeing you live in a certain way, then they end up copycatting what you were doing. And so now we got multiple generations, you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all are a product of generations that have been messed up, toxic, toe up, and you now doing it to the next generation. I'm saying somewhere or another, can't we just say the buck stops with me?
Yeah, you is right, man.
Can't we just say, you know what? I'm gonna love somebody for real. Not no fake.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
For real. And the first person, Crystal, we gotta love. You know who we? First person.
Yourself. If you ain't happy with yourself, how can you go love somebody else? You gonna love.
So if you know that, then why in the world are you
Because
messing
I'm
with
just
people?
trying to have fun, Mr. Jackson.
Then you messing up, Crystal. You messing up, man. I'm sorry, and that's why people don't want to talk to me, because I believe in let's keep it real all the way. Let's keep it all the way.
I'm in my prime.
You ain't in no
feel me?
prime, man. You ain't even
I feel like
touched them.
LeBron on the court. You feel me?
Foolishness.
So might as well just go crazy.
Foolishness.
Might as well just go crazy.
Foolishness.
What's some things you feel like parents struggle with while raising their kids? Because parenting don't come with a handbook.
No, it do not. I'm gonna tell you, there's a whole lot that we struggle
Let
with.
me know something.
Being a parent of a soon-to-be 18-year-old and already a 14-year-old boy, 2 boys, I'm telling you, I struggle with some of everything. I struggle with, did we teach you enough for you to make your own decision? So that's scary. You know, I got my oldest boy, LJ, shout out to him, hooping for Anderson. He is senior in high school. He about to graduate. And
Committed?
he ain't committed yet. He's still looking because he still want to make sure he make the right decision.
Right.
But I want to make sure that I give him enough tools to make the right decision. But as parents, we struggle with trying to make the decision for the person.
Right.
Which then make y'all rebellious. Because then if I tell you that you gonna do this, just the nature of me telling you that as a teenager, you like,
Man, I ain't
you
finna do
please,
that."
I ain't doing, I do what I want to do, right? So as a parent, we struggle with that line of how do I make sure you have enough to be able to grow without just smothering you. I know that's one of the things that we struggle with. And another one is I struggle with, y'all, I hope y'all hearing me.
Let me know something.
I struggle with disrespectful young kids that are ungrateful, right? And you may say, why do you think ungrateful? Because you don't know the struggle and sacrifice just to be able to get you to where you are in life. Now, you may not even think that you are at a good level in life, but do you know wherever you are, you didn't get there by yourself?
Right.
And their struggle as a parent that while you sleep, I'm thinking about the bills. I'm thinking about making sure that there's gonna be lights. I'm making sure that you're gonna have at least,
Wait.
even if it ain't no good food, at least you got some Frosted Flakes or something.
Right. Some noodles.
Some noodles.
So you mean tell me you finna be disrespectful in my house and I pay all the bills?
Talk about it.
Come on, man.
But they do it, and y'all know y'all do.
I ain't gonna lie, you know
You know what I'm saying? You get to talking crazy, and then y'all be wanting to know why do I just want? I believe in still one good backslap could do it all. You know what I'm saying? Just one, You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Like we need to just go back. No, we don't. We don't need to go back to the past.
The paddles?
No, man, because I used to get beat down. So no, I don't want you.
I didn't have you.
But it's hard to parent nowadays. Y'all are a different generation, Crystal. You and your peers, y'all think different. Y'all see the world different. And so as a parent, it's hard to parent. And I'm gonna just keep it real for all parents. Give us some slack. We don't know what we doing. You know what I'm saying?
But
we trying.
Look up to though. Y'all who we look up to.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I'm always like, hey, I don't mind telling my kids I don't know what's going on. And I'm almost certain, I tell them this all the time, I'm certain that I'm probably traumatizing you right now. Because I don't know, and you probably don't know it until you get older and be like,
right.
You traumatized me. And I told them now, I'm sorry. I know you don't know what it is yet, but when it happens, just remember I said,
right.
I'm sorry, because I'm still learning, man.
So what's some advice you want to give to the younger generation to deal with their parents?
Give your parents the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt.
Whether even the ones that you feel like we're not there for you. I know it's hard, and I know I'm asking a lot from you, but try to put yourself in their shoes. It is not easy being an adult. I'm gonna keep it real. It ain't easy being a human.
It's not real.
Let alone trying to be an adult
and raise some kids.
And raise another human without literally killing them or making them crazy. History is cyclical. It's seasonal.
Okay.
So I want you to think about the 4 seasons, right? So you got spring, summer,
winter, fall,
then winter.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spring. What happens in spring? Spring is when the flowers begin to bloom.
Everybody walk around.
Everybody happy.
Yeah.
It's newness. It's fresh. That's where you start planting seeds, right? Then the summer comes. That's when the heat comes. But that seed that you planted in spring is actually dying.
It's dying?
Oh.
Why is it dying?
Because if you look at the true look of a seed once it's planted, it gotta die to the seed form in order for it to grow into whatever it's supposed to grow. So if I planted a tree, how did the tree come from the seed? The seed had to die at the seed phase in order for it to sprout to become the tree. So summer is when that heat comes, it's light, but that seed lies dormant. It begins to lay there and it's dormant. But then fall comes and they call that harvest time. Harvest is when the seed then actually grew and now you go pick it. That's where you see, we live in Indiana. And that's where the corn, what I'm saying? Everybody go harvest, them farmers during the fall time is when they go out and go harvest what they planted in the spring. But then something happens in the winter. In the winter, when everything dies, everything. But instead of saying death, why don't we just say everything rests? Humanity goes through cyclical cycles like that. We all go through cycles. Where our generation is now is in one of those cycles. And the one thing that I love about thinking about seasons, one season will never stay without the other one coming.
Right.
So, if it's spring, and you may love spring, that may be the favorite time of the year, but will spring stay all year? No,
sir.
It will not. So there's always hope.
right?
Because there's always progression. Does that make sense?
Room for
So let me answer your question real plainly. Is there hope for this generation? Most definitely. You are only in right now, the way we see this generation, it's in a particular season. But as long as that generation keep the hope and knowing that where you are now is not where you're gonna stay, something else is gonna happen. And I guarantee you, if you keep growing, what you see today is gonna be in your past. And there's a bright future ahead. And that's what we gotta make sure that everybody knows.